Sorry.
Okay. Hi, my name is Kelly Beck. I'm here for Angelique's course for holistic animal courses, and I'm using a Tend Light today for my case study. It's the Tend Light 660 nanometers. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to do an antiviral points on Ms. Zena, and Ms. Zena is how old?
29.
She is 29 years old, and she is a quarter horse, and she is a little feisty. So we're just going to go ahead and get to work. Now, for the sake of time, I will not be doing her carotid artery, and I will not be doing her face because I don't have anything to cover her face up. But with the antiviral, we would start with the governing vessel 26, which is at the tip of her lip, and the governing vessel runs all the way down center line of her body, all the way down to the tip of her tail. So we will be starting today with the carotid artery, just to show you for location's sake. So the carotid artery, you can always get the heartbeat, but make sure that we never ever red light the thyroid. The thyroid is not something you want to red light. So we will check for the carotid, and then all we do is we apply the red light for 10 minutes on either side. Okay, you always want to do, if you do one side, you always want to do the other, unless you're doing the governing vessel and the midpoint underneath. So this is just to show you the carotid artery areas, but we're not going to actually do the 10 minutes. Anytime you work around a horse's face, you're going to want to have eye covers. I don't use personally eye cover with my red light. This is a class 3, considered a class 3 light. So, but I do use it around animals' eyes. If I use it around animals' eyes, I like to cover their eyes. And if you don't have anything for a cover, a blindfold, if they will wear one, will work. So we would just do the carotid artery on both sides. And what that does is it cleanses the blood, and it oxygenates the blood, and it delivers oxygen to the mitochondria, which is the outer edge of our cells. Hi, Nina. You're being a good girl. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is we're going to do the bladder. I know, you're doing so good. The bladder meridian runs center point all the way down back to the leg here. The bladder is good for getting rid of it toxifies the system, toxifies the kidneys. The kidneys and the bladder meridians work together in harmony. So sorry for the messy horse here, but you know, she likes to stand where pigeons like to go potty. So.
Kelly.
Okay, so we're going to be working on bladder 16 and bladder 17. I like to identify bladder 16 and bladder 17. I like to identify the scapula, and then I always go clockwise, right to where it goes down below the withers here. Withers, right? Yeah. Okay, so bladder 16 would be about right here. And the great thing about the red light is that it identifies a larger area. You don't necessarily have to pinpoint it like you would have to with needles. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a reaction here, so she's not really wanting me to do that area. So we'll just continue on, and she doesn't like flies either. So we're also going to do bladder 17. You want to actually hold the red light on these areas for, I would say, 10 to 20 seconds, no longer than 30 seconds. And if the horse has never had red light done on it before, we actually definitely want to do an introductory red light to the horse, and just gently let them know that we are here and that we are here to help them. And if we're going to do introduction points, we would actually do the governing vessel up here, 14, and we would actually do the bi-high, which is actually the kind of, if you run your fingers along the horse's spine, it actually has like a little soft spot in the buttocks here at the top, and those are actually calming points. There is also a one called the yin tang, and it's in between the eyes here, but since we can't cover the eyes, we're not going to work on that today. So we'll continue with the antiviral. So we did both antiviral points, bladder 16 and bladder 17 on this side. We will do the other side. Hi, Mama. Coming through. So we are actually doing bladder 16 and bladder 17 on the other side as well. When I red light, I always like to start at the front of the horse, and I kind of like to make a circle And so we're getting kind of reaction. I don't know if we're getting reaction from the flies or if we're getting reactions from the red light. I haven't done red light on her in a while. So, hey, you look like you're bored. So we're just gonna go on here. I have a little cheat sheet that I'm using just for the sake of the video because I'm still learning all this. So, the antiviral points, bladder 16 and bladder 17 are antiviral points. We are gonna go down to what's called the large intestine point, and the large intestine point is actually called a master point, and it's the source for the large intestines. It is an immune stimulation, as all these points that I'm using on her are immune stimulations, and it will balance the GI system as well. But for the sake of this video, for antiviral, we're gonna go ahead and do the large intestine point 4 for immune stimulation. Hi, baby. I know. So normally I would work on the other side of the horse, but just to show you where large intestine 4 is, down here on the bone, you're gonna go right on the bone about a couple inches down towards the back of the bone. And I don't know exactly what all these bones are medically called yet. She seems like she's actually standing for this one. Don't chew my pocket off.
She wants to go eat.
Yeah, she wants to go eat. So like I said, we would actually do both sides. But since she's a little testy today, we're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on around here, and I'm gonna go to the gallbladder 34. I'm sorry, the gallbladder 39. And gallbladder 39 is a wonderful point for stifle issues, stomach pain, thigh pain, and we have a little spectator over there. And I use these a lot for, for those things, but we're going to use it for immune stimulation today. So, and this is going to be on the horse's thigh back here in the stifle area, which would be right back here. Right back here, almost in that little divot right there. And obviously we're gonna wanna do both sides, but this is the gallbladder 39 point. This would probably feel really good on her.
She's quiet now.
Yeah, she's settled down now, so she's obviously really liking this point. And red light will actually, they're very sensitive to it. So just pay attention to your horse's reactions. As you can see, she's very calm, which is a good indication that she's really enjoying this point. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go on to the last point for the antiviral, which is going to be the governing vessel tail, which would be the GVT, which is the very tip of the tail. I'm back here, Mama. Okay, it's at the very tip of the tail. And this is actually great for all kinds of things. It's actually great for the spine, the neck, the back, and great for immune stimulation as well. She seems to be liking that too. So.
She loves to have her tail done.
Oh. So I am going to go ahead and red light her on both sides, but I will not do it for any longer than 10 seconds just because I know she wants to get back to her food. All right, here we go. We're gonna go around over here. I'm gonna go down to the gallbladder 39, again, which is for stifle points, hock issues, thigh issues. She's not really wanting to accept that one, so we're not going to push the issue today. Okay. And again, we'll go to the large intestine. Try and do that one again for a few seconds here. I think we'll end on a good note. So that completes my case study number 2 with Ms. Dina. Thank you, and thank you.